Hey everybody, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to cover how you can develop your vibrato technique. Vibrato is probably the most personal signature stamp you could put on anything that you play on your guitar. Let's dive right in and I'll show you some quick and easy ways to get your vibrato rocking out just like the pros. The first thing we want to be aware of when we're developing our vibrato technique is where our vibrato is actually coming from. And the vibrato that I'm going to show you comes from the wrist area here. Okay, comes from right here in the wrist where you're kind of like pushing and releasing the string, right? It's kind of like a butterfly motion, right? Think of it like that, like the wings of a butterfly. What you want to do is you want to get a good soulful vibrato, which is like a push and pull from the wrist area where you push and release. You're pushing, adding some tension on the string, and you let the string tension just go back to a neutral state, and you just keep doing that over and over, right? I'm just moving around on the G string here for these examples. But you hear that, you know, your vibrato can be fast, it can be slow, it can be somewhere in the middle. A slow vibrato is an example, like say like on an A blues, a slow blues in A, right? And so on. I mean, you can hear it right away. When you put vibrato on those notes, they come alive. They kind of just blossom. And that's the idea. You know, that's what we want. We want the notes to just kind of blossom out and just kind of carry. They sustain longer too. So, you know, all the great guitar players from Hendrix to Clapton to Ritchie, Blackmore, you know, Stevie Ray, all have signature to their sound. They all have signature to their sound by the vibrato. So quick and easy exercises to help you get your vibrato up and running right now so that you can get this to start developing this technique immediately. Okay. Now, vibrato can go either up or down, and what I mean by that is it's how you bend and release the string to get your vibrato, which is all coming out of that wrist area, remember? It's all coming out of here. So it can go upward, or it can go downward. See, and that's all basically handled with, you know, how you move your hand to achieve the vibrato that we'll be using. You know, you want to have your thumb hooked over like this, that baseball grip, like this. This is how you get some leverage on the string. This quick, easy exercise I'll show you right now is going to just be 1 fret per finger. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, real easy. Okay, and you just pick the note, start on the low E string, move up to your high E, right? Go anywhere on the fretboard, pick a spot. I'm at the 5th fret, and first finger do. On these low strings, I'll do a downward vibrato. Why? Obviously, I don't want that to happen, where I go over the side, see? Over the side of the fretboard. So on these lower strings like this low E, the A string, I'll do a downward vibrato. On the high strings, it's the opposite. On this B and high E strings, I'll do an upward vibrato. In the middle, the D, the G, and the G string could really be anything you want. Whatever feels more comfortable. Do the same thing for the A string. I'll go a little faster on this string with the vibrato. Now I'll do a fast vibrato on the D string. And on the D string, remember you can go either downward or upward. So pick whichever one's more comfortable and roll with it. And just rinse and repeat. Just keep going through this roll of strings. You could put this on any scale you want. You could put it on your minor pentatonic scales. Or maybe put it on a Dorian scale. The other thing to do to help you develop your vibrato is specifically to apply your vibrato to bending strings. Okay, so like say we're in the key of G now, right? Okay, maybe we'll look at our minor pentatonic scale in G. So we're here at the 3rd fret, right? With our awesome minor pentatonic scale. And maybe take some stock bends that we all know and love, like maybe like a half step bend on this G string right here at the 5th fret, you know? You know? You could get to, hey, you could get to practice your bending too. With this 2 for 1, when you put vibrato on your bends, practice your pitch on your bends as well as your vibrato. Why not? It's not gonna hurt. And that's a good exercise for that. Just hit the note you want to bend to and reach it and put a little vibrato on your note. And there you have it. Very easy way to develop your vibrato. It's not hard, it just takes some time. So hit that every day for 5-10 minutes and you will see drastic improvements. As we can see, developing our vibrato does not have to be a hard and complicated task. It can be very easy. Just break it down to applying it to some very simple applications on the fretboard. You know, that 1, 2, 3, 4 finger thing I was doing before. We all usually, a lot of us have learned that one as a picking exercise when we first start playing, you know? Well, now it's a vibrato developing exercise as well, because we can use it to help develop our vibrato. Scales. On our bends, right? So before you know it, you'll be up and running with improved vibrato technique, putting more feeling, more of your personal stamp onto the things you want to say with your guitar when you're playing. Win-win, you can't go wrong. We'll catch you next time, and here's to you developing your vibrato technique and your own signature sound. Peace.